right, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. I hope everyone's doing okay. We had to take the day off yesterday. I thought that it would be the best way to honor the lives of Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico by just not having a live stream. And so I just want to welcome you all back. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to watch. Okay, so we're going to watch Behind Criminal Minds. They made another video, and this video is about Nichol Kessinger and total immunity. Now, this is a question that we still have not been able to answer. Okay, we don't know. Did Nichol Kessinger get immunity or not? We don't know that. We don't know that, right? We can only observe the treatment that she got while she was giving her side of the story, right? Her little narrative. And also the fact that she brought her dad in there, right? All of these things are why we're still stuck on this piece, right? This piece of the puzzle that we have not been able to figure out yet. Was she given immunity? We don't know. And so we're going to be watching this video. Thank you so much to everyone who recommended it. And it is by Behind Criminal Minds. So if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and check out his channel. Great work. I've gone to their channel. They have so much good information on this. And so, yeah, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and check them out. But anyway, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive in.
On November 19th, 2018, District Attorney Michael Rourke conducted what would become one of the most consequential interviews that occurred following the conviction of Chris Watts. Just minutes into this press conference, a reporter asked the DA to expound on Nichol Kessinger's role within their investigation. This was the answer the DA provided.
She originally came forward and spoke.
All right, can you guys hear it? I know it's looking a little bit low, but you guys let me know. I also don't want to blow out your eardrums, you know? I know a lot of you use headphones to listen to this, so I just want to make sure you're not like, all right, you're like listening, and then all of a sudden you hear this creature saying, I don't want this to be a witch hunt, and you're like, what the hell? All right, so just let me know. Just let me know if it's too loud or too low.
This was the answer the DA provided.
She originally came forward and spoke to investigators on her own volition. Prior to the time, unfortunately, that she came in and spoke with investigators, she had deleted all of the information off of her phone that had any connection between her and Chris Watts. That hampered the investigation. That hampered our ability to get that electronic digital connection between the two. She was interviewed on multiple occasions. I believe that for the most part, she was forthcoming in the course of those investigations.
For the most part, the man says, for the most part. He says, I think for the most part, she was pretty honest, I think. Come on. District Attorney, you have to do better than this, bro. You can't just be saying, I think for the most part, she was okay. For the most part, she didn't really hinder the investigation, except she really hindered it really badly. Which one is it? Either she hindered it or she didn't, right? Either she willingly came in and helped you or she didn't, right? And again, I don't think that she willingly came in to help because she was trying to be helpful. I think that she came in because Anadarko found her emails between her and Chris. All right, so again, it's not that she came in on her own volition. Oh my goodness, this family is missing? Oh, I need to go help. No. No, in my opinion, it was mostly that she was trying to cover her own tracks, right? She was kind of trying to cover herself, and that's why she walked in. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep listening.
Digital connection between the two. She was interviewed on multiple occasions. I believe that for the most part, she was forthcoming in the course of those investigations.
For most of the last 8 years, new information has arisen that many seem to agree implicates Nichol Kessinger's involvement. But no matter how much that evidence seemed to demonstrate her criminal culpability and the need for a new investigation, the case always concluded in the same dead end, where the DA of Weld County could simultaneously acknowledge that Chris Watts' mistress broke the law when she lied to law enforcement, that she hampered their investigation, and then completely refused to do anything about it. And now, after nearly a decade, the true crime community still can't seem to answer why. Why would any district attorney turn away from justice and ignore the evidence they admit they never bothered to investigate?
Exactly. Look, he's giving a TED Talk. Have you guys watched this TED Talk? If you haven't, you probably should, right? Because he positions himself as this district attorney who did everything that he could to try and get his justice, except he didn't, right? But he does position himself as someone who has all this knowledge and, oh, I wanted to do this for the community and I did that. Very, very self absorbed type of TED Talk, in my opinion. I watched it and I was like, what is this? What is this nonsense? But anyway, right? He very clearly states that Nicole Kessinger hampered their investigation. He states that Nicole Kessinger and her deleted text messages were a crime, right? Because he's like, "Oh, she deleted it, and we couldn't really investigate the case any further." That in and of itself is a criminal offense. She lied to police, and somehow the district attorney thinks it's absolutely okay. Oh no, it's fine. This isn't a witch hunt. What? What do you guys think? This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. But what do you guys think about this? Because, again, especially for those of you who have watched have listened to, I should say, who have listened to the podcast. If you guys have listened to the podcast, it is very, very much all about him. All right. It is all about DA Rourke and the great job that he did and how he's doing this, that, and the other thing for the community. I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. But again, this is just my opinion. All we're really trying to get to the bottom of here is why the DA refused to investigate Nicole Kessinger, given all of the evidence against her. Mind you, all very circumstantial, right? Circumstantial evidence. But circumstantial evidence has been used in the past to prove to a jury of 12 people that somebody did something, right? So it's not really all that, crazy to think of. I mean, really, district attorneys and attorneys of all sorts, they're able to build cases, and the police as well, they're able to build cases on circumstantial evidence, right? This is really all it's about. You don't need DNA, right? You don't need an eyewitness. You don't need footage of something to be able to use the circumstantial evidence to build a case and then bring it forward to a jury of 12 people. Now, of course, there are right, there are challenges to that. Of course, there are challenges to that. You have to be able to bring an entire case of just circumstantial evidence to prove, or I should say, to try and convince 12 people beyond a reasonable doubt that this person did it. Now, there's a lot of work that goes into that. Do I think that Rourke was lazy? I don't know, maybe. Or is it that he just saw all of the work that went into trying to prove that Nicole Kessinger was involved? And rather than test it with a jury, he decided to just give Chris Watts a plea deal, since that would be a lot easier to get a conviction right away with Chris than try and bring in Chris and trying to get him to testify against Nicole. All this stuff. I've already talked about this previously, but I really do think that a lot of it was that the district attorney, the police, the investigators, they didn't really want to go into it and try and, I don't know, test if this was going to work or not. On top of that, it was going to take a really, really long time, years probably, to be able to bring a case against Nicole Kessinger. Now, that doesn't mean that because of that, he should let it go. I think that because of that, we all want answers still, right? This is something that he created himself. This is the beast that he created. And so now we're still asking for questions, or not asking for questions, asking for answers to our questions that were never answered. Wow. It is, again, it's wild. Please go ahead and listen to this TED Talk because it is insane.
But now, after all of this time, I believe I can finally answer that question. In today's episode, I will lay the foundation for what I believe is the primary case against Nicole Kessinger, the evidence that the DA's office chose to ignore, and ultimately why I believe they chose to ignore it.
See, I can't wait. I can't wait. This is what I wanted to get to. I want to see what other people think. Why did they not go after Nichol? Now, again, I have my theories, right? I have my theories. You guys have yours. I know we've gone back and forth whether or not this might be it. But again, right? We all just want the truth. Just give us the truth. All right, let's continue.
Because no matter what the DA, Nicole Kessinger, or anyone else may believe surrounding the facts of this case, one thing will always be true. There is no statute of limitations for complicity in a homicide. This is the case against Nichol.
Oh, he is so right about that, you guys. Okay, so even if Nicole Kessinger okay, so even if we have a statute of limitations for all the other things that she did, like delete all the evidence, there is no statute of limitations for complicity. There's no statute of limitations. If she was involved, right? If she helped Chris, if she at least knew that he was going to do that to his family, that is complicity. And there is no statute of limitations for that. So fingers crossed. Let's hope. Let's hope. New DA, no pressure, but pressure. All right, guys, let's continue.
Nichol Kessinger, The Chris Watts Saga, Episode 1.
Turning a blind eye. I'm loving this already, you guys.
In the last several months, I began the arduous process of collating all of the data points that I have collected concerning the overwhelming evidence in support of reopening an investigation into Nichol Kessinger. This evidence has been requested by my former colleague, who has indicated that he will analyze that evidence if and when he wins the Weld County DA election in 2028. With that in mind,
2028 seems like so far away, doesn't it? Doesn't it? But then it doesn't really, right? Because I think about 2016, people are like, oh, this happened in 2016. And I'm like, oh, that was literally just yesterday. And then I realized no, it was, and it was 10 years ago, right? So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys really, really quick. I just had to pull up the statute of limitations. Here it is. These statute of limitations, there are none. All right, so there's no statute of limitations for murder or complicity, attempt at conspiracy or solicitation to murder in Colorado. All right, so under the revised statutes, here we go. Murder, all degrees, no time limit. Complicity, accomplice, liability. Look at this. This is what I think that Nichol Kessinger needs to be charged with. Complicity is not a separate standalone crime with its own independent statute of limitations, but rather it is a legal theory under which a person is charged and held accountable for the underlying offense. Murder, okay? Because the underlying offense is murder, there's no time limit for it. Prosecution for complicity to murder also has no time limit, right? The attempt, conspiracy, or solicitation to commit murder also carry no time limit. Love it, guys. Love it. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kitty. Thank you so much. But yeah, this is what I'm showing you guys. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe that she has not been charged with anything. Again, oh my God. Right? Again, we're trying to get to the bottom of the case. We're trying to get to the bottom of why did they not go after her given all of the circumstantial evidence against her. Look at this. General time limits for other offenses. Okay, so for comparison with non-mortal offenses, Colorado enforces these general limits, right? So we looked at these last time, or maybe not exactly. We looked at if there was a statute of limitations for her lying to police, deleting evidence, stuff like that, right? Obstruction of justice, which there is. But this one, look at this. Vehicular homicide, hit and run. 5 years, right? This one, yes, because it would be more like manslaughter, right? This would be more of a manslaughter charge. Other felonies have 3 years, misdemeanors have 18 months, and then petty offenses have 6 months, something petty like crossing the street, jaywalking, something probably, I don't know, right? Petty offenses. Is Nichol being petty, is that an offense? I think so. So, she still had only 6 months, and the police could have charged her for being petty. Not really, right? Of course not. But they should have. All right. Because I think Nichol Kessinger and just her simply just being the way she was during that interview was a petty offense, in my opinion. What do you guys think? I think Nichol Kessinger was being petty. She deserved a petty offense for that. When she was asked, oh, do you know their names? Do you know the names of the victims? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, what are the names? And Shanann. Petty offense. I would have charged her with something right away. I would have been like, you know what? That's a petty offense. Man, that's what I would have done. But of course, I wasn't there. Kevin was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shoplifting, right? Shoplifting chocolate is a petty offense. Taking a watermelon from Walmart is a petty offense. Who knows? Even probably taking a bikini, right? If you want to just steal a brown bikini. Oh, I lost my top. I left it at the sand dunes, right? Just taking a bikini top alone, right? Even that is a petty offense. But anyway, let's continue.
Mind, I began preparing the evidence with two sets of people in mind. Those who are already well aware of the body of evidence that demonstrates Nichole's complicity, and then those who are not yet convinced.
Yes.
Today, I want to address those who
I don't know. I get so excited. I just I kind of just get like really giddy me when people are like, "Yeah, we're trying to convince the people that are not fully convinced yet." Yeah, that's what we're trying to do here too, right? We're God, that was basically the whole point of my calendar, right? That's the whole point of my calendar. The calendar that we have going on here, right? It is basically to show you how none of this was her trying to, I don't know, distance herself from Chris. Everything in our calendar very clearly shows a sequence of events, right? It shows us her, it doesn't necessarily show us her intent, but it does show us a pattern of behaviors that contradict what she told police. That is the whole point of this. When we're looking at the calendar, it's even color coded because I learn visually, right? I learn with colors. If there is no color, like this exactly. See, I have a super chat and it's bright yellow, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for the super chat. Yeah, Kevin should be charged too. I agree. I agree. He should be charged with being such a petty investigator, right? Or whatever. Charge him with whatever. Uh, charge him with not delivering the pizza on time, right? Maybe, I don't know, don't give him a tip. He took too long. But anyway, right? The point of this whole calendar isn't really to prove that Nicole Kessinger did something, but it is to contradict her statements. The entire calendar, the entire discovery, everything contradicts what she told police. That in and of itself is proof that she's lying. Why is she lying? Right? So these are the things that we've been doing. And I'm so happy to see that somebody else is doing the crazy work of trying to get all of this to the brand new DA, which again, right, it is a lot of work. That's why I call it crazy work. Because, for those of you guys who are in the same rabbit hole, which is all of you, you know how obsessed we are with the case and obsessed with getting justice for the victims in this case. So I love it. I love it, guys. Let's continue.
who do not yet believe that Nichol Kessinger bears any criminal responsibility
That's
in this
crazy.
case. Consider this my opening statement at the beginning of a jury trial, what will essentially be my thesis. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe there is considerable circumstantial evidence that supports Nichol Kessinger, at the very least, likely knew what Chris Watts did, when he did it, and how.
Yep. We know what he did, how he did it, and how. However, was he helped? Did Nicole Kessinger help him? Did she know? Did she give him the push? Did she pressure him into it? These are all the things.
I also believe that the evidence suggests that Nichol Kessinger may have even helped assist him after the commission of the crime. But most of all, I believe that I have uncovered new information that supports that District Attorney Michael Rourke may have presented Nichol with the central reason why she was never investigated in 2018.
Why wasn't she investigated? Why was she not investigated in 2018?
In light of the sheer volume of inconsistencies that I will present to you today, the lies that she told, examples of obstruction of justice, and outright misinformation that hampered and delayed the investigation, it now seems obvious that the DA offered Nichol Kessinger what is referred to as a deferred prosecution.
Right. So this we've talked about this before, right? We've talked about whether she got a deferred prosecution agreement. Okay, so this is something that would make sense, right? we've talked about it before, and we've actually theorized about this. Did she get a deferred agreement? Did she somehow come in and say, you know what, I'm going to get a lawyer if you don't treat me a certain way? Or, oh, you know what, I feel a little bit uncomfortable, so I'm not going to, tell you too much if you make me feel uncomfortable. Those are the questions we've always wondered. We've always wondered, did she get a deferred prosecution agreement? Deferred prosecution agreement. Let's go ahead and look it up real quick. Very, very quickly. Okay, so a deferred prosecution agreement, right here, right? It's called a DPA, right? DPA. We've talked about this before. A voluntary contract, okay? Criminal charges against a defendant, but pauses the prosecution. Look at this. It's pausing the prosecution of her, right? So again, does this mean that if any other evidence is brought against her that she can't be charged? Right? Is this what this means? Let's go ahead and look into it. In exchange, the defendant agrees to meet specific conditions, such as paying fines, admitting wrongdoing even, or fixing internal policies. If completed successfully, the charges are dismissed. Look at that. How DPAs work. Filing and pausing. Prosecutors file formal charges in court, but request to hold the case in suspense for a set time. That's interesting. Meeting conditions. The defendant must follow all rules outlined in the agreement during the trial period. This is, again, right? When we look at Nichol Kessinger, she is asking Kevin Kobach a lot of questions about the trial. Right? She even does the thing that we all know, right? We all know her so well for. She goes, look at my throat, Kevin. Look at my throat. Isn't it pretty? Do people know that I'm your witness? It's so absurd. It's so absurd that she's trying to flirt with this man, right? Kevin Kobach wasn't married, I don't think. He was definitely flirting with her back, in my opinion. But I think it's so absurd that she was over here really trying her best to try and get Kevin Kobach to look at her throat. As if that is somehow going to convince him. Oh, yeah, you're definitely just a witness. Yeah, I haven't told anybody about the lies that you've told me. I mean, come on. Right? But I kind of do wonder now, right? Don't you guys? I kind of do wonder if the reason that she was asking all these questions, especially at the end of the interview, I do wonder if the reason that she was asking all these questions is because of this part in particular, right? The formal charges being presented to the court, which I don't think that she was charged with anything at that point. But I do wonder, right, if she had to follow certain rules until the trial period. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Here, I just very quickly, I want to bring up the video that we're talking about just so that you can see, okay? Because this is what I like to do. I like to look this up and then compare it to Nichol Kessinger's behavior, right? And then I want to see if there's a connection to the DPA and then her behavior. And of course, the favoritism that was shown to her. The thing that we know is kind of weird, right? Like, why is she in there with her daddy? Daddy, I need help. Come on, really? Here, so let's go ahead and look up very quickly the Nichol Kessinger interview, the second one. The one where she's leaving finally and she's showing her throat. My throat is so pretty. Come on. Imagine trying to show off your throat to a police officer. Like, what is that doing? That's not doing anything. Oh my goodness. All right, here, let's go ahead and I just want to look it up real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Goodness gracious, where is it? Sometimes I'll be looking for things, I can't find them, and I'm just like, somebody help me. Okay, let's go ahead and, is it this one? No, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. I should definitely pin these so that I don't forget where I have them when I'm trying to show them. I should definitely do that next time because now I have no clue where it is. Let's see, it's the second Second interview. Here it is. Found it. All right, guys. Here we go. Let's go ahead and watch this one. This is the one I was talking about. All right, so this is from Crime Talk YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and see it. The very end here.
How about email? If you emailed it, could you select each one and attach it to the email?
I mean, I just want to do it here so you know that I like it in its entirety.
Okay. That's right, you don't have Wi-Fi on that phone, right?
No, I don't have anything on here. Okay. I think this is all. This is just going to be a slow process here, but bear with me. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like, sometimes I legitimately think that man's cheese was sliding off of his cracker long before I came.
Is that the second or the... Hold on. Did I notice this before? Is this her second time that she says that his cheese fell off his cracker? Is this just something that she says? What do we think, you guys? Do we think that this is just something that she says? Okay, I'm going to ask you. This is going to be our first poll. Okay, first poll of the day. I noticed that we've gone 30 minutes without a poll, and some of you guys are like, oh my God, where's the poll? Me too, right? I'm definitely getting withdrawals. I need a poll. So let's go ahead and ask you guys, okay? Let's go ahead and ask this question. Is this how she speaks? Does she just use the cheese fell off his cracker as something that she just says? I don't know. I don't think so. It is the second time, right? V-Bug, it is. See, this is what I imagine. This is part of the script again. In my opinion, I feel like this is part of the script. Because now she's starting to say the same words over and over again. But again, we don't know. We don't know. I'm going to ask you guys, do we think that this is how she speaks, or is it just part of the script? The cheese fell off his cracker. Okay, NK saying cheese fell off his cracker. So what does that mean? Okay, so what does it mean when NK says his cheese fell off his cracker? That's basically what I'm asking. His cheese fell off his cracker. I think she even said that his cheese fell off his cracker straight to the floor. Is that what she said, or did I just hear that? Did I mishear that or whatever? You guys know what I'm trying to say. His cheese fell off his cracker. All right, so is this part of the script? Is this part of the script? Is this just how she talks? You know, it's just part of her, I don't know what, her prose. I don't know. I don't even know. It's just part of her, the way that she speaks, right? So it's how she speaks. Do we think it's how she speaks? Or, right, and again, this is for this part, right? This is the part that we're asking about. Is it how she speaks? Is it part of the script? Is she just nervous, right? It could just be that she's nervous. Or what should be our last option? I'd say both. Okay. It means he's crazy. Right. But I do wonder if this is just how she speaks. I don't know. Is this just how she speaks? Is she just nervous? She does speak very strangely. I agree. She's hungry. That's a good one. All right, she's hungry. Do we think she's just hungry and she's like, I really wish I had a cheese and crackers right now, Kevin. Where is it? Where's Hazel? Hazel, I'm a little hungry, darling. Can you just run across the street for some Subway? Yeah, please. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, I'll take the spicy Italian. Yeah, extra cheese, please. Do we think that's what she's doing? She's just hungry. All right, let's go ahead and start this poll. All right, guys. The question is, what does it mean when NK says his cheese fell off his cracker? Part of the script. It's how she speaks. Is she just nervous? Maybe she's just nervous. She's hungry is the last option. You guys let me know. Yeah, look at his eyes. Except you need to look at her eyes because she looks like she is dead inside. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Nithya, thank you so much. It is an old saying meaning he's crazy. But do you think that is something that a millennial like Nichol Kessinger would say? Who knows, right? Maybe. Maybe. You know, us millennials, we are now considered ancient, right? We are now part of the senior citizens discount. I guess I should probably sign up for AARP here pretty soon because I want them discounts. So who knows, right? Maybe it's just part of how she speaks. Someone moved her cheese. Okay. Yeah, we think maybe someone moved her cheese. I think NK's religion is a cult. Yeah, because she thinks she's edgy. Oh man. Yeah, her eyes do look creepy. Sometimes she has a Boston accent. Yes, she does, doesn't she? Her accent changes. Especially with NK's cousin, right? NK's cousin kind of, I don't know. What do we think NK's cousin is? That's another question. I think that's going to be our next question. Where do we think her cousin is from? Like, what region in the United States do we think she's from? Because her accent also does seem to change depending on the minute, right? Does anybody else get mad at Kevin's voice? Yes. Yes, I do. That's only because I just don't like the guy. He was way too soft on her. Way too soft. Towards the end, he was trying to regain his power, I guess, right? He was trying to place himself in a position of authority, but by that point, it was way too late. She had already walked all over him. Yeah, she will always think she's super edgy. All right, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue with this part of the video. I just want to show you guys the part where she's trying to show off her throat, and then she's asking extra questions about the trial, which I think is very important, especially when we're looking at the DPA.
Have you stayed away from the media the last couple of days?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Her cousin's accent is from north, south, east, west, the Midwest, the top east, top north, southwest. Dang, she's everywhere, right? She's even from the equator, right? She's way up there in what is it? The Arctic Circle. She's also from Antarctica, where the penguins come from. I mean, I don't know if penguins sound like that. It sounded more like a chicken, but you know what I'm talking about, right? The penguins, they're trying to talk to Nichol Kessinger. They're like, and Nicole's cousin's like, hey. The penguins get so scared. They're like, what the fuck is this? Who are you? Anyways, guys, let's continue.
I guess they know where I live.
I mean, no, what they're reporting about him or the case.
No.
So you've been watching that?
Kind of. I saw it.
So you saw the video of him like talking about relationships?
Oh, I can't even bring myself to watch most of that stuff. I will scroll through that.
I can't even bring myself to watch most of it. I kind of just scroll. Wow. She says that she couldn't really bring herself to watch the entire video of Chris Watts and his relationship advice. Do we believe that BS? I don't. I don't believe a single word that she just said. She said, I don't bring myself to do that. Come on. Again, says the lady. It says the lady. Here, let's go ahead and pull up the evidence, shall we? Let's go ahead and pull up the evidence that we have on her. Okay. All right. This is coming from the person that says, no, I don't really bring myself to do those things because I'm so busy with my professional life. Yet she's Googling a bunch of random things. She's been Googling this couple since 2017. Yet she says after Chris murdered his entire family, that she's not Googling things anymore. Come on. How ridiculous. This is what I mean, right? This is what I mean. When we bring in the calendar, when we bring in her statements, when we bring in all of the evidence, she contradicts herself constantly. How is it possible that Nichol Kessinger was comfortable Googling this family before she met them, but she's not okay Googling Chris after the fact, right? After he appeared on the news, lying, laughing. I just want them back. Please bring them back. What, all of a sudden, Nichol Kessinger doesn't want to know anything about him? Oh, please. Please. Come on. How believable is this? It's not. Not at all. Here, let's go ahead and bring up the other evidence, right? There's so much of it. So much of it. I mean, yeah, come on. Look at this. Look at this. What's the date? August 14th. Okay, August 14th. So literally 8 years ago. Okay, 8 years ago. Look at what time. Oh, it's almost that time, right? It's noon my time. So in 3 hours, 8 years ago, she found this post. Okay, please share and pray that beautiful Shanann Watts and her 2 precious daughters are found safe. They are from the Erie and Frederick, Colorado area. Shanann Watts and her 2 daughters, Bella and Celeste, are missing. She made it home to Colorado from Scottsdale at 2 a.m. Her husband left for work at 5 a.m. But Shanann she never made it to school for the girls' first day back. Her car and phone were found at home, but these 3 have not been found. Shanann is 15 weeks pregnant. Thank you and God bless. She had time to look at this. She also had time to then Google a bunch of other nonsense, right? A bunch of things like, oh, can the cops trace my messages? All of that. But again, she's claiming that she cannot bring herself at all to watch Chris's videos on relationship advice. Absurd. Absurd. Okay, where are we at with the poll? 61 votes. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for voting. Okay, what does it mean when NK says his cheese fell off his cracker? Oh, wow. Look at this, guys. We are tied at 41%. Part of the script, or it's how she speaks. Wow. See, this is interesting. I was not expecting this at all. We have a tie. We have to break that tie. I really want to know what other people think. Part of the script, or it's how she speaks. It could be. It could be. Or what about both, right? It's part of the script because she's trying to make it seem like, oh, Chris is crazy. Hell, he went insane. His cheese fell off the cracker. It fell on the floor. But it could also be that she just doesn't speak that way. And she's only talking that way because she's a little bit nervous right now. Tiebreaker there. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for breaking up the tie. It could be both, right? It could be both. I definitely agree. All right. Let's continue.
The headlines as they look different than what I previously knew about the investigation.
She doesn't look up her phone not once. Have you guys noticed that? She has not looked up from her phone not once. The whole time she's talking to Kevin and she is not even looking up at him. The whole time Kevin's he's wondering, he's like, can you look up at me, please? And she's not doing it.
I was looking for my name so that I know when it happens, so that I can deal with that. But other than that, no, I don't. I never actually watched the video.
Okay.
I don't really have a hard time looking at him now. It's kind of the same thing. When I deleted the text, I saw his mugshot and I looked at it the first time I saw it and it scared me. And now when I see it, I just move past it because I find it to be. I don't get it. Did I just send it? I don't know how to work this new phone now.
Wow. What was that? What on earth was that? She goes, I haven't really watched the video. I don't know how to work this phone. Can you please help me? It's weird. It's weird. She is so bizarre, isn't she? She's just weird. Is she just weird or is she nervous? I think she's nervous and both weird. Let's go ahead and see that again. What was that?
I just like move past it because I find it to be, I don't get it. Did I just send it? I don't know how to work this new phone now. Attached. One. I think some of these are repeats. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
As long as I have them all, that'd be great.
I think you do.
Look, this is not normal behavior, right? Yeah, she's weird and she's nervous. This is not normal behavior. Now she's like, what is that? It's like she's trying to hide her face from Kevin. This kind of reminds me of when Chris was talking to the investigators and he's telling them about Facebook. And he's like, "Yeah, the Facebook machine, it's a really good machine. It connects people all around the world." And he looks all weird and uncomfortable because he just said the stupidest thing on earth. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting from Nichol Kessinger. She just said something so dumb and unbelievable, and now she's trying to backtrack by distracting and saying, "I don't know how to work this phone." I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Oh, goodness. Jessica, thank you so much. Aw, thank you. I appreciate your super chat. Rox, have you thought of trying to reach out to the family friend that she stabbed in the back? Oh, yes, yes, yes. There are a lot of people that I have been reaching out to, trying to get in touch with. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Whoever wants to talk to me, all right? Whoever wants to talk to me, I will definitely interview. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue.
You've been drinking way too much coffee.
Because I'm shaky?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's the sleep loss. 8:12.
They're coming.
You don't have the one at the very bottom, I don't think. Let me see if I click. Oh, you do. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're missing the last one. Let me get that
Send
one.
me the last one and then we'll send you out of here. And then don't think about this stuff for a while.
I'm trying.
All right?
It's hard. It's
And
so
then
much easier.
when I'm done with your phone, I'll get this back to you.
I mean, if you guys need to keep it, just
No, we won't need to keep it because what it's going to do, if I take everything, then it's just easy. I get it back to you. Okay? So the examiner that's going to look at it, she comes back in early next week, and I'll try to corral her to do that as early as possible, so we can download your phone and then get it returned to you.
Alright, okay. This phone's so different.
It's totally different than an iPhone. I know that.
It's just been a long time. It's been years and years. I've actually had this phone.
So, let me go see if I can find it.
Yeah, I bet she's probably trying to do an airdrop. What do we think, right? Is she Bluetoothing her nudes to Kevin? Right. Is she like, Kevin, do you have airdrop on your phone? Yeah. Would you like to rub phones together? Just like the way I rub foreheads with my ex. Who knows at this point? Who knows? She probably is. And that's probably why Kevin is being so soft on her. He's hoping, oh, can I just get like one or two of those? Yeah. Can I choose my favorites? Oh my God. This is so ridiculous. And it is painful to watch. It's so painful to watch him just sitting there, right? He's like, if you need to send them to me, go ahead. Oh, no, I don't need to see them. Just go ahead and go home. Take all the time that you need to delete even more messages if you want to, and then just send me whatever you feel comfortable with. What kind of police work is this? This is nuts. How is this any police work? Oh, yeah, just go home. Go home, hang out in your backyard, maybe smoke a doobie, do whatever you want that makes you comfortable, and then just email me the things that you're comfortable with. This is not how you conduct an investigation into a quadruple homicide. Giving the mistress, right, the witness, extra accessible time to just figure out what she wants to send over. Like, come on, come on. This is what really just drives me absolutely nuts about Kevin and the entire investigation and how it went down. Exactly. This is theater. Theater. Agreed. Oh my goodness. Narcissistic freak. uh, Kevin's thinking he can get an easy date. Right. Hey, who knows, right? He's probably like, did you see my eHarmony request, Nikki? Yeah, I'm the one. I posted that photo when I had more hair. Yeah. That's me when I was in college 25 years ago. Yeah, can you accept me though? Wouldn't that be considered catfishing at that point? You don't even look that same. You don't look the same way anymore, Kevin. Why are you posting older photos of yourself on eHarmony? Goodness. All right, guys, let's continue.
Is in darker number real quick too. I'll be right back.
Then I can do this on here.
Totally forgot about that. Right back.
Oh, here we go. We're about to get to the point that I wanted to get to, right? We're about to get there. Because it's what I'm trying to figure out if it's DPA connected or not. Okay, so that's gonna be our next question, if it's DPA connected. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward it a little bit so we can get to the main point, which is towards the end.
Right.
Let's start at the top. I just resent you all of those.
It's fine.
So that would have been on the 12th or the 13th. What day was Monday?
11th was Saturday. So the 13th would be Monday.
Okay, so it would have been on the 15th. Because that was the day that I met upstairs. If you're one of my contractors, I see him.
I don't even know what she's saying.
I don't see it in here. I won't erase none of this stuff though.
That's okay.
I need to say it this time. I'm so sorry. I really, I didn't know.
It's fine. Don't beat up yourself about it. We've already been through this 10 times. It is what it is. Is there any older ones potentially from his Endorco phone?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kevin, for deleting all of the evidence that you need.
I didn't know, says the geologist. Really, lady, you didn't know that you needed to keep evidence from your murderous, psychopathic ex-boyfriend? Come on. She's playing dumb here. She's so ridiculous. The other thing that I want to point out too is how Kevin, he's trying to get her to look at this photo, or not the photo, right? This document. He's trying to get her to sign off on it, and she is, what I'm seeing that she's being very apprehensive about it, right? She's kind of like, oh no, I see that you're shoving that piece of paper in my face, but I'm just gonna keep ignoring it, right? Kevin's like, yeah, can you just like sign this real quick? And Nicole's like, oh, I don't know where my Wi-Fi went. Is this for real? Is this so for real? Here, let's go ahead and keep watching. Just watch how she ignores that, right? She's really trying her best to look the other way. She's like, huh? What paper? Come on.
That's a possibility.
Is there a way to search those?
I
Can
don't
you
know.
go
I don't
here?
know.
And
Maybe what about this side? There's like another little tab. I haven't used this phone in years.
search.
Search!
Cool.
Yay! 720. It's gonna be like that's everybody.
Nope. Okay.
Look, Kevin even went as far as just doing it for her. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, you don't know how to turn on your Wi-Fi? It's right here. There, I did it for you. Oh, did she ever sign it? Ever? Oh my goodness. I don't know. We're about to find out. Exactly. Don't beat yourself up over it. What? How is he telling the witness, don't beat yourself up over obstructing justice? over hindering the investigation into a quadruple homicide of 4 innocent people, 3 babies. Oh, this is so ridiculous. Is she on drugs or is she just playing stupid? Oh, she's definitely just playing stupid.
None on your phone.
Okay.
None.
I tried.
How about in your call log? That was text messages. In your call log, did you ever converse with him on that phone? I mean, this phone's pretty old.
I don't think
Oh, but
the
it's
call log can
downloading all sorts of stuff. How about you look at your call log
Let's
and just
see. Let's see if it's down. No. 11/02/2016.
Okay.
And then all of these are all.
Look, 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 look. Look. Oh, God. Kevin, he's like, all right, here, let me bring the piece of paper right back to me. And then he's like, and Nicole's still like, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I don't know why you're shoving that in my face. I'm not gonna sign it. Am I the only one seeing this? No, I'm not. I'm sure all you guys are seeing this. This is so insane. He just keeps shoving the paper. And she's like, no, I'm not signing this.
So it didn't update the call log. All it did was today once I got the phone. Okay.
Is that a Samsung
Galaxy S5? Yeah, I just thought it was so weird. All those messages started showing up, and I was like, look at all of them.
That would be so. Would have been really nice.
Wouldn't it? I could have just given you guys
It would
one
have
and
made my
not
life
go
way
drive
too easy.
today.
All right. You ready to get out of here?
I am.
All right. Take your.
Yes. I am.
She says, oh. She was asked, okay, are you ready to get out of here?
I am.
That is the only time I saw her smile. Look, she's smiling. She is so smiley right now. She's like, I'm finally getting out of here. Here, let's go ahead and see this again.
Yeah, I just thought it was so weird. All those messages started showing up, and I was like, look at all of them.
That would be so. Would have been really nice.
Wouldn't it? I could have just given you guys
It would have
one
made
and
my
not
life
go
way
drive
too easy.
today.
All right. You ready to get out of here?
I am.
All right. Take your.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, exactly. She never or barely looked up. Her head was glued to her phone. Yeah, the whole time. The whole time her head was glued to the phone. She was not looking up at all. And now she's like, I'm so happy I'm finally getting out of here. It's the only thing that Kevin said that made her smile. The other thing probably would have been asking her out on a date or something, or offering her a discount to the nearest lazy dog. Who knows, right? Who knows? But I see that she's super happy that she's getting out of there now.
So, I will call you. Probably won't be next week. I'm going to be busy all next week. I'll be going. So I'll call you the week after about when your phone's done, and I'll get that back to you. And then at that time, if there's anything new, we can talk about it then.
You think? He's gonna take this all the way to trial.
I do. Right now.
Have they gotten no discoveries yet?
No. They have some stuff.
Do you think that's gonna change when I get those? Do they know that I'm like one of your witnesses?
Yeah. I mean, they have to know. Do they know what you said yet? No.
Wow. Do we need to see that again? Let's go ahead and see that again. I know we've seen this 1,000 times. I know we have. Okay. So for anyone who's like, oh my God, I've seen this already. Close your eyes. Okay. Close your eyes. This is necessary. It's necessary because she does a lot of crazy things.
Right now.
Have they gotten no discoveries yet?
No. They have some stuff.
Do you think that's gonna change when I get those? Do they know that I'm like one of your witnesses?
I have no idea. Oh my God. Okay, obviously these subtitles are not it. Okay, ignore the oh my God. You know, I turned on the closed captioning because I couldn't hear anything. This is way worse. It says, when you're wearing clothes, that is not the question. This is not what she's saying. Let's go ahead and turn this off because it's obviously not it. Oh my god. What is up with these closed captions? Here, I'm kind of curious now, actually.
They have some stuff.
You think that's gonna change when I get those? Do they know that I'm like one of your witnesses?
Yeah, I mean, they have to know. Do they know what you said yet? No.
Okay, what? I've been yelling that day, afternoon, today, in which you said you know. Oh my goodness. Do they know that I'm wearing any clothes? Yeah, I've been yelling today and yesterday and Tuesday afternoon and this afternoon as well, like they said that you know. What the hell are they talking about? Obviously, that's not it. Here, let's go ahead. I need to turn this off because it's clearly on its. It has its a mind of its own. This is not what they're talking about.
He's gonna take this off the trap.
I do. Right now.
Have they gotten the discoveries yet?
No. They have some stuff.
You think that's gonna change when I get those? Do they know that I'm like one of your witnesses?
And then look at how she stands too, right? It's almost like, okay, this is the part that gets me. Nichol Kessinger said that she was so happy to leave, right? She's like, mm-hmm. And then now she's like, hold on though. Do they know that I'm like one of your witnesses? And then stands there, right? She's standing there until she gets an answer behind the chair. Notice again, maybe I might be looking too much into this. You guys let me know, okay? You guys let me know if I'm looking too much into this. But it's weird to me that she was ready to go, but she's still standing behind the chair until Kevin gives her an answer that she is satisfied with. Okay, now this is the key. This is the key here. Until she is satisfied with the answer, she's not gonna leave. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the ponytail demands scissors. Oh my god. It's so creepy. Yes. My goodness. All right, let's go ahead and end the last poll. Oh, look at this. Part of the script. We finally broke the we broke our tie here. Okay. So our last poll was, what does it mean when NK says his cheese fell off his cracker? Part of the script. It's how she speaks. She's hungry or she's nervous. Look at that. 47% of you guys said it's part of the script. 33% say it's just how she speaks. It could be both, right? It could be both. I definitely agree with that. She's hungry, right? It could be, right? Hey, could be. She forgot her Lunchable at home, right? She left it on the counter on her way out. She could just be really hungry. Or she's nervous, right? Which I think is also part of 1 and 2 and possibly 3. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and ask this other question. Nichol Kessinger was so happy to get out of there. All of a sudden, she's like, oh, I'm not leaving yet until you answer my questions. So what do we think? Do we think that she is baiting, right? Is she baiting Kevin? I think so. Is she fishing, right? It's part of it too, right? So I think they'll probably be in all of the above in this question. All right, so what do we think she's doing here? What do we think Nichol Kessinger is doing here? Is she baiting Kevin? Right? And by baiting him is, she's baiting him because she wants more information. Okay, so baiting / fishing. Okay, so that's going to be it. Baiting / fishing. Is that what she's doing? Flirting, which could be part of it, right? Again, we never know. Nichol Kessinger sometimes flirts to get out of certain things. Is she flirting? Okay. And then what is the other one? What is the other one? I had it in my brain and now it escaped it. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. V-Bug. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh, you guys. Okay, what if you flirt with a detective, it ruins the case. Oh, yes, exactly. Reverse psychology, right? I wanted to get out. Oh, sorry. I'm like, what is going on with this? I can't see. Oh no. I just closed my poll. No, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. I have to retype it. Okay, what is she doing here? Oh, goodness. Okay, I need to stop. Baiting. What was the other one? Fishing. And then the other one was flirting. Okay, what was the other one? What was the other one? I just couldn't see it because it like disappeared before I could see it. Okay, she wants validation. Do we think? Yeah, exactly, right? All of the above. Okay. Okay, and there we go. All right, you guys let me know. We have an all of the above too for all of you that might think it's all of the above. I think it's probably everything. Fishing for crabs. Oh my god. Oh man. We have so much fun with the crabs, don't we? You know, I haven't had any crab since we started talking about crabs. I love crab boil, by the way, but I haven't. I really wanted to go for my birthday, and then I decided to eat something else instead. Tacos. Yeah, I had tacos for my birthday because I don't know. I think for me, the crabs are, anytime I see a crab, I just think about the case now, or Nicole Kessinger in particular. So I don't know if it's ruined it for me, but I love it though. Oh, yeah, Kevin likes to go clamming. All right, guys. The poll is, what is she doing here? Baiting, fishing, flirting, skanking? She wants validation, or all the above? Look at that, 74%, all the above. Yes. Oh, you're allergic, really? Yeah, LA woman, you're allergic. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff NK ruined. Yeah. I mean, I might be allergic to it now. Who knows? I probably developed some allergies to crabs because of all of this. And lobster. Hopefully not, though. I love lobster. Right. Yeah. I think it's all the above. Yep. For me, I think it's all the above. Yeah, guys, don't let NK ruin everything for you. You know, it's definitely ruined Twister, though. For me, it has definitely ruined Twister. I don't know if I ever want to play that game ever again. Exactly. Oh man, never insult the crabs. Yeah, guys, let's not be mean to the crabs. They deserve our respect, unlike these people. All right, guys, let's continue.
Yeah, I mean, they have to know. Do they know what you said yet? No.
And here, I think that Kevin was giving her way too much information, right? This is why I think that Nicole Kessinger was baiting. And the way that she does it is so successful because she's subtle, because she's flirting. And she was successful at getting more information from Kevin. He told her way too much here because she asked, "Do they know that I'm your witness?" And Kevin's like, "Yeah, they know." "Well, do they know what you said?" "No, they don't." Why is he willingly giving her that information? She doesn't need to know that. She does not need to know if the investigators know what she said or not. That is information that he should have kept to himself. Let's go ahead and listen to that again.
Change when I get those. Do they know that I'm like one of your witnesses?
Yeah, I mean, they have to know. Do they know what you said yet? No.
What is wrong with him? What is this? Is this part of the DPA? Is this part of the deferred, what was it again? I already forgot. What was it? The deferred treatment? Oh my goodness, where did it go? But anyway, do we think that's what it is? Who knows, right? Who really knows? Oh, here it is. The deferred prosecution. The deferred deferred prosecution agreement. Is this part of it? Does she need to flirt to get part of the whatever DPA? Yeah. This whole part too, it's so strange. What do you guys think? It's so weird. She's walking out. She's like, I don't think she's itching. Is she itching in her throat? Maybe not in her throat, but on her neck, right? Her Adam's apple. Right? The female apple, or what is it? The Eve's apple? I don't know. Oh my goodness. What do we think here? Goodness. The flirting is out of control.
Do they know what you said yet? No.
Yo, I think this is also a little, form of intimidation. I can watch this over and over and over again, and I never get tired of it because I analyze every single thing, including her behavior, her head movement. She even goes, mm-hmm. Yeah, you better not. Right? It's almost like a uh-huh. Agreed. What do you guys think?
No.
And then she walks out. And then still looks back at him. See, this is part of the behavior that I think is very manipulative of Nichol Kessinger. She's very manipulative, in my opinion. But she's so subtle. And she's able to get away with it because she's been doing this, in my opinion, for a very long time, her whole life. Her whole life. And she's using how she carries herself. She's using the fact that she's part of the fitness community or whatever to be able to flirt her way out of anything. Again, that's just my opinion, but you guys let me know what you think. All right, let's go ahead and keep watching this video.
An agreement. A DPA is a formal agreement that exists between a party of a criminal action and the district attorney. It is an agreement that allows for that person to avoid prosecution in exchange for cooperation with the state's case. In so doing, avoiding any penalties, fines, and ultimately avoiding any prison time. And in the state of Colorado in 2018, there was no law requiring DA Rourke to disclose to the public this possible DPA between him and Nichol Kessinger.
There is no law that he has to release this to the public? No wonder. No wonder he's been able to do whatever. Oh, my goodness. We need to Google this. Well, they said that in 2018 there was no law. Is there a law now? Is this something that we have to vote for? Does this need to go on the ballot? Right? Hey, I don't know. Okay, there is no law. Or actually, I should ask, is there a law needs to disclose a DPA with public in Colorado? Wait, really? Okay, let's go ahead and listen to this again because I got different results.
Avoiding any prison time. And in the state of Colorado in 2018, there was no law requiring DA Rourke to disclose to the public this possible DPA.
Okay, so in 2018, there was no law. So is there a law now? Because look at this, right? Let's look at this. Yes. Okay, so now there is. Under Colorado law and ethical rules, the DA is required to disclose favorable, mitigating, or exculpatory evidence, which can include details of a deferred prosecution agreement or pretrial diversion involving witnesses or co-defendants. Guys, Is this new? Wait, are we able then to request it now? Or my question is, does Nichol Kessinger get grandfathered into the previous policy? That's my question. Did the law change and now we can go and request it? Or was Nichol Kessinger grandfathered into the previous law, which said, no, the DA can't divulge this information? Because if this is the law now, I'm wondering if we can actually request it now. Oh my goodness. Oh, right, exactly. We need to request this. Wow. Look at this. Constitutional Rule 16. Okay? Under CRCP 16 and the Constitutional Brady Standard, prosecutors must turn over material information that tends to negate guilt. Right. If Nichol Kessinger is not guilty, why don't you turn in that information to us? Show it to the public. Reduce punishment or impact the credibility of state witnesses. Look at this, impeachment evidence. Okay, right. If a witness or co-defendant is current, in the current case, has a pending or active DPA with the prosecution office, that deal creates a potential bias or incentive to testify favorably for the state, making its disclosure mandatory as impeachment material. Ethical rules. Colorado Rule of Professional Conduct requires timely disclosure of all mitigating information or evidence that could affect a defendant's decision regarding a plea disposition, regardless of admissibility. Interesting. Wow. Look at this. There's a video about it. What evidence does the DA need to provide? Look, oh, wow, this was 8 months ago. So I think it changed. So in 2018, we couldn't request it, but I think we can now. This is huge, you guys. If we're able to get this information, then I think that changes everything. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. Exactly. This is the joy. Yeah, new discovery. We need a new discovery, guys. See, again, just because this case is 8 years old doesn't mean that it can't be reopened. If there is enough evidence, absolutely it can. Absolutely it can. Oh my God. See, this changes everything. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Okay, so a DPA request from Rourke is what we need next. Wow. All right, guys. All right, let's continue because holy shit, we're learning so much.
Between him and Nichol Kessinger. So if DA Rourke gave Nichol an immunity agreement, he would not be legally required to tell anyone about it. I believe that the evidence you will hear Rourke gave Nichol an immunity agreement, he would not be legally required to tell anyone about it. I believe that the evidence you will hear today is clear. Either the DA made a deal with Nichol to protect her from prosecution, and he knew full well that she was likely aware of what transpired the morning of August 13th, 2018, or this is the most incompetent district attorney to ever sit in the seat of power in all of Weld County history.
Yep.
It cannot be both. Now, I realize that making such a statement,
it probably is both. He probably is incompetent, lazy, and all of the above.
Is a bold claim, and the next logical step is to present the evidence that I believe supports my claim, which is why I am going to present all of the evidence that I have that shows in striking detail the number of times that Nichol Kessinger either broke the law by lying to law enforcement, fundamentally misrepresented the truth, omitted facts, or directly implicated herself in what is, in my opinion, evidence of her complicity. And I want you to be aware of this possible DPA between the DA and Nichol going into my presentation of the facts, because I assure you that by the time I'm done, I believe it will be the only logical explanation for why they chose to ignore her possible involvement, either as an accessory, a primary motivating factor for the commission of the crimes, or as an accomplice after the fact. And know this, that whatever agreement, written, verbal, or understood, that may exist between the DA and Nichol, that starting in January of 2029, a new district attorney will be seated in Weld County, Colorado.
Yes.
And it is my hope that when that time comes, they will see the enormity of what was missed in their investigation in the fall of 2018, and that finally, justice will have its day. So without further ado, let's begin.
Oh my God. I hope, right? Let's just hope. Let's hope that another district attorney can see everything that was ignored, right? That is the best we can hope for, because at this point, we are only going off of the circumstantial evidence and just crossing our fingers, hoping that somebody reopens the case. Of course, it's not going to happen with Rourke. So let's hope, right? And again, 2028, 2029 seems like a very long time, but I think that we can get there. We can get there. Hopefully the new DA sees everything that was ignored and they can reopen the case, at the very least, just to ask her more questions, right? Investigate her a little bit more and charge her with things that she should have been charged with in the first place.
In previous videos, I have provided the various highlights of when and where I found Nichole's statements to be provably untrue. But all of that changes today. It's time for us to review the totality of what Nichol said, when she said it, and its spurious relationship with the truth. And there is no better place to start than the beginning. August 16th, 2018 was the mark of the first formal in-office interview with Nichol Kessinger, her father Dwayne Kessinger, and her then handler, Agent Kevin Kobach. The day prior, Nichol had met with the FBI at a nearby park and told the very first iteration of her story.
Yeah. See, this is the first time that Nichol Kessinger is coming in and is being recorded, right? She's being filmed. Before, she wasn't even required to come in to get filmed. And this time, she's here, right? We're seeing the very first minutes of her sitting in this interview room, and she is already feeling pressured, right? Again, this is just simply by looking at her body language, seeing her body language. She's doing this. She's doing a lot of adjusting, right? She's like, oh, look, a speck of dust. Oh, oh my God, what is that? Oh, is that yogurt from earlier? Oh, it is. Right? She's doing a lot. She's doing a lot. And by the looks of it, she doesn't really look like she is ready to cooperate with police. What do you guys think? Again, just by her body language, right? That is all we have to do is watch her body language. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a body, language analyst by any means, but we can see the way that she's acting and kind of just, come up with our own theory that she is nervous. She's nervous. And of course, right, we can give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, she's sitting in front of investigators. She might be nervous. I understand she's hungry. Her cheese fell off her cracker in the parking lot. Sure. Right. Whatever. But still, right? Still, she supposedly walked in here on her own volition, right? Is what Rourke wants to say. She's there willingly. She's cooperating willingly. So why is she acting like this? Right? These are all the questions that I ask myself. Yeah, so with a face on as usual. Exactly. Protecting her stomach. Yeah, she's protecting her guts, right? She's protecting her intestines, right? Just like with cats. Right? Cats are not going to show you their belly because that is their most vulnerable spot on their bodies. And that's what Nichol Kessinger is doing. She's like, I'm not going to let you rip out my intestines, Kevin. So that's why she's blocking it, right? She's blocking her most vulnerable spot on her body. Oh my goodness. Of course, I don't think she's a cat. I think she's a hyena. Anyway, let's continue.
There are so many provable lies in her first statement to the FBI that they alone could have resulted in nearly a dozen charges of obstruction, lying to law enforcement, or a number of other related charges.
Look at how she's holding herself. See, this is not a casual crossing of the arms, right? She's not crossing her arms because she's trying to get comfortable, right? Like, some people do, right? Like, this is kind of comfortable sometimes. She's not doing that though. She's doing the Chris Watts, right? She's pulling the Chris Watts where he is squeezing, right? He's squeezing his tricep. That's kind of what she's doing here. She's doing this. This is not a normal way to cross your arms when you're sitting. It's not even comfortable. Who does this? That's not comfortable. That is a she's crossing her arms because she's trying to protect herself, right? She feels uncomfortable.
But we will save that interview for a future episode. But it's here, sitting in front of the cameras, being forced to tell her story for the first time in person, that Nichol is going to set the stage for one of the most shocking failures in Weld County prosecutorial history, demonstrating a pattern of investigatory misconduct that reveals only one of two things. Either this officer of the law was inept and completely incapable of doing his job, or from the onset, the DA intended to ignore Nichol's possible involvement and
Yep.
offered her a get out of jail free card in exchange for whatever version of the truth she was willing to proffer.
Exactly, guys. Exactly. She's calming herself, right? It's not normal for someone who is supposedly innocent. Exactly. It's not normal for someone who is supposedly innocent who just walked in on her own volition to be doing this. It's summertime. It's like it's not even cold. And she's wearing a black semi-long sleeve shirt. So it's not like it's cold in there, who knows, right? Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. But it is summertime. I see that the other individuals are all wearing short sleeves. So I don't think that she's freezing. What do we think? Oh, he really does. Yeah, self-soothing. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Tiger. Yeah, they do show you their bellies if they trust you. Yeah, this is definitely a lady that does not trust anyone in this room. Yeah, covering scratch marks. Oh, okay. Hmm. Do we think she's covering scratch marks? That's an interesting one. I have seen that before. Okay, let's go ahead and do. Okay, you know what? Poll time. I know we're itching for another one. We're like, oh my God, I need my fix. All right, let's go ahead and do another one. What do we think she's doing here? Why is NK crossing her arms in this manner? Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She's cold. Is the AC on in here, Kevin? I'm cold. Is that it? Is she cold? Is she self-soothing? Right, she's self-soothing. What's another one? What's another one? What do we think? It's just how she sits, right? She's getting comfortable. She's getting comfortable. And what would the last one be? What do we think? Oh, covering scratches. That's a good one. Okay, guys, what do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Oh. All right, guys, give me your thoughts. What do we think? Why is NK crossing her arms in this manner? Again, in this manner. She's not just doing this.
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Right? No, she's not doing this. She's doing this.
Meh.
Right? She's covering, she's protecting her intestines, her guts. Is it because she's cold? She's self-soothing? She's getting comfortable? Or she's covering scratches? Hey, in the second interview, the one that we just watched, she was wearing a long sleeve shirt, right? She was wearing a long sleeve, like running track is what it looks like to me. So is it possible that she was covering all of her scratches? I don't know. You guys let me know. But look at this. They're neck and neck, kind of. Oh, not really. But self-soothing and then covering scratches are the only two that we've voted for so far. She's cold is not one of them, and she's comfortable is not the other. So we think it's between self-soothing and covering scratches. Who knows, right? It could possibly be both. Possibly be both. At this point, who knows? Self-soothing, yeah. Chris has the same habit. Exactly. She's making sure her macros are are making her forearms swole. Do we think that's what she's doing? She's like,
What if I flex like this?
Are my macros showing, Kevin? Yeah. Is my hard work at the gym showing? What if I flex really hard? Who knows? Who knows, really, right? Again, this is Nicole Kessinger. She's the one who keeps saying, I'm part of the fitness community. Well, in the fitness community, I know you don't know, Kevin. I can tell. You're definitely not part of the community, are you? Oh, yeah, I know. I can tell. But anyway, in the fitness community, we just know how many macros we should intake, and we know how many rotisserie chickens to buy at Costco for a day. She's that kind of person. She's that type of gal that will show off the things that she has accomplished, right? She's like, I'm a realtor, Kevin. I'm also a nutritionist, a personal trainer. I'm also a book writer. Yeah, did you know? Oh, yeah. I'm New York Times best-selling author. Did you not know that? Oh, she's everything. She's all the above. Oh, my goodness. Nate took it back and she said they didn't hear fighting. Oh, yeah, that's very true. Peptides. Yeah, she's acting defensive. Exactly. Or she's trying to show them she's so sick, emotionally exhausted. Poor her. She's devastated. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, that's a good one. Now I want Dungeness crabs. So do I. We've been talking about crabs, and it just made me hungry. What type of crabs? Chris had a scratch on his neck, so wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if she was trying to cover scratches. I wouldn't be surprised either. Protecting the the king crab. Oh goodness. Okay, here, let's scroll up. What else are you guys saying? I personally think she's showing that she's closed off and doesn't want to give them the truth. Exactly. That is true. I believe the DA finally had acknowledged that she obstructed, but he was visibly annoyed at the press conference. Exactly. I agree. He was definitely annoyed at the questions, right? What do you guys think? I think he was definitely annoyed. Yeah, she's very arrogant. Yeah, he didn't hear her fighting. She's so smug. Christopher fed her raw chicken. Yeah, she got food poisoning. Can you imagine? Chris is trying to make her some dinner and it's just raw chicken. He's like, "Oh yeah, you want some chicken nuggets? All right, let me go buy the chicken raw and just feed it to you." Who knows? Maybe she told him, "Hey, the best way to get the protein is if you get it lean. Make sure it's lean, raw. Yeah, you just got to eat it raw just like the tigers." Oh my goodness. Imagine these people are out there just trying to take bites out of the chickens, right? They're like running around. They're like, and these two are like, "Come here, chicken." Oh my goodness, trying to get their raw protein. These people are so crazy. It says she was self-soothing, possibly cold. Yeah, she could be, right? She could be cold. For all we know, she just runs cold. She's such a cold person. Ay. Yeah, raw chicken. He probably called it medium rare. I'm gonna serve you some medium rare chicken. It's not to think of what really happened. Yeah, you can get salmonella from raw chicken. Yeah, who knows, right? Is that why she's covering herself? Because she's got a tummy ache? I have salmonella now, Kevin. That's why I can't remember. I have parasites. Everything is an excuse with Nichol, right? Everything for her is an excuse. All right, guys, let's continue.
You're not being interrogated as a criminal suspect. We're here to understand your relationship with Chris and what you know about Chris and his family, and events relating to Chris Watts. And do you know him as Chris or Christopher?
Either one.
Okay.
It is so important to understand the context of this moment right now.
What was that? Do you know him as Chris or Christopher? I don't know what that was, but that was not an answer.
Hard. In exchange for whatever possible involving two things. For one of
did
being
I
a
rewind
pad
it way too much?
To understand
I did.
Your relationship
Sorry,
with
guys.
Chris and what you know about Chris and his family, and events relating to Chris Watts. And do you know him as Chris or Christopher?
Either one.
Okay.
It is so important.
Do you know him as Chris or Christopher? She did not want to answer that question. It's so simple. It is the most basic of questions, and she couldn't answer it.
Important to understand the context of this moment right now. It has been only 3 days since the crimes that Chris Watts committed the morning of August 13th. Law enforcement has virtually no concrete information about the history between
can't.
Chris and Nichol, other than what she told them the day prior. But here and now, Agent Kobach has already set the stage for this entire investigation. He just told Nichol that she is not being interrogated as a criminal suspect. And all I can say to that is why? For all they knew, at this point, Nichol could have very well been the mastermind behind the entire series of events. And therefore, they had no reason to treat her as though she was incapable of being viewed as a suspect. And the evidence that supports everything I just said can be found in the words that leave Nichole's mouth mere seconds later.
So the phone number that you reached him on, can you tell me what that number was?
I think I deleted that out of my phone too. I just cut him out of my life.
It's no secret to anyone who has ever even casually observed the facts surrounding this case that Nichole's penchant to delete evidence is central to the contention that so many of us have with DA Michael Rourke. Surprisingly, there are a growing number of people who now genuinely believe that Nichol Kessinger's lies were little more than her being embarrassed, that she was just trying to distance herself from the monster she had been sharing a bed with.
Of course. The lengths that she went through to, or went to through, oh my God, what am I trying to say? She did the most, right? She did the most. I don't think it's because she was embarrassed. Would you really delete all of your text messages because you're embarrassed? I mean, probably, right? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't think that's why she deleted the evidence, right? It's not because she's embarrassed. It's because she was hiding something. She went through great lengths to be able to delete the evidence and then Googled if the cops can find out the text messages that she deleted, right? She's Googling, can they recover this? Can they find my logs? Are people going to find the text messages? All these questions that she's asking, none of those have anything to do with her being pissed off at Chris, right? It's so ridiculous.
Unfortunately for those people, they completely misunderstand the law because you don't get to lie to law enforcement just because the facts of what happened make you uncomfy.
Exactly.
In fact, lying to law enforcement or deleting evidence in a criminal action even once is a crime that can send you to prison.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. I've been saying this forever, right? There are people out there that will argue, oh, she's not guilty. The only reason she's acting that way is because she was embarrassed. She just didn't want to tell people that she was the mistress. Oh, come on. Really? So she's going to risk going to prison so that she can hide her embarrassment? Absolutely not. Ridiculous. I've said it before. What is more likely, that she is risking going to prison to hide her embarrassment, or she's risking a lesser sentence, right? Is she risking being his accomplice, or is she risking deleting the evidence so that she won't be seen as an accomplice, because that is a lesser crime? Deleting evidence is a lesser crime than being the accomplice to quadruple homicide, right? And so I think in this case, she was weighing her options, right? She's like, I don't know. Should I leave my messages? And then these messages are going to prove that I knew that it was going to happen, or I pushed him to do it, or I helped him with it, or I helped him clean up the mess. Or should I delete them and then risk a lesser crime, right? Risk maybe just obstruction of justice, or, what is the other one? Deleting evidence, right? All of those things. I think that is a lesser crime than being found guilty of being an accomplice to quadruple homicide, right? Again, I don't think that someone is going to risk going to jail or being charged with obstruction when you're just embarrassed. I mean, who cares at this point? 4 people lost their lives. 4. Who cares if you're embarrassed? Everyone knows, right? Everyone knows that Nichol Kessinger was in this relationship with Chris. So why does she care? The photos. It's just the photos, Kevin. I'm a very modest woman. I don't like to send nudes or anything to people because I'm a professional. It's that. That's why I deleted all the evidence, because I'm embarrassed. Oh, come on. It makes no logical sense. No logical sense, right? Exactly. Why bring your dad if you're embarrassed? Right? She's so embarrassed, and then she's gonna be talking about all these things in front of her daddy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, FBI could have recovered everything, and they didn't. Yeah, as if this is yeah, as if she even knows what embarrassment is like. Oh my goodness. My parents would be the last person I would yeah, exactly. My parents would be the last person I would want there if I was embarrassed, right? If she's so embarrassed about these nudes and these texts that she sent Chris, why would she bring her daddy to sit there and listen to all of the explicit material that she was sending Chris? Again, it makes no sense. It just, the math ain't mathin'.
Earlier this month, a man in Virginia was convicted of multiple charges related to deleting evidence. And do you want to take a guess at how many years in prison he's now facing for a crime that is strikingly similar to what Nichol Kessinger did? I'd be willing to bet you probably didn't guess 10 years, did you? But if you had, you'd be wrong because he's facing a 21-year sentence in a federal penitentiary. And I would like to remind you of what DA Michael Rourke himself said in this public press conference.
Huh?
She originally came forward and spoke to investigators on her own volition. Prior to the time, unfortunately, that she came in and spoke with investigators, she had deleted all of the information off of her phone that had any connection between her and Chris Watts. That hampered the investigation. That hampered our ability to get that electronic digital connection between the two. She was interviewed on multiple occasions. I believe that for the most part, she was forthcoming in the course of those investigations.
It's plain as day. Nichol Kessinger not only deleted vital evidence that they needed in their investigation, but her actions directly hampered their investigation. And I would like to remind you that law enforcement in their discovery later admits that they never recovered any of Nichole's messages, her emails, or conversations that she deleted.
Yep. Look at this. Let's go ahead and read it, shall we? Let's go ahead and read it. During my review of the data extracted from the phones belonging to Chris Watts, Shanann Watts, and Nichol Kessinger, certain information was learned. Agent Darren Ford conducted a logical extractions of data from these phones. In conversations with Ford, he advised the Northern Colorado Forensic Laboratory does not possess technology to perform physical data extractions. I mean, come on, from Apple devices? How is that possible? They can't. This is so ridiculous. How are they not able to extract information from Apple devices? Is this true? Okay. Thus, I discovered the extracted data is not inclusive of all data stored amongst the assorted applications within a given device, nor does activity involving those applications necessarily reflect in the data extracted. Yeah, this is saying that everything that they pulled is not everything that was supposed to be in there, right? There's supposed to be more, but there's a lot of information that they were not able to access because it is an Apple phone. Okay, so the part that really stands out is this part, okay? So I discovered the extracted data is not inclusive of all data. What is this telling us? It's telling us that, yes, they pulled everything that they could, but the data is not containing all of the data that is stored in there that has been deleted. So they know that a lot of this stuff was deleted, okay? And look at this, amongst the assorted applications. This is the other part that really just drives me insane is the applications. Okay. They had other apps, in my opinion. I think that they had other apps. They were talking about this on either Snapchat or WhatsApp or a secret calculator or whatever, right? They were definitely talking on another app that does not store any of those messages. And so, of course, right? They're trying to extract everything, and even the assorted applications that says it does not give any activity, right? It says right here, nor does the activity involving those apps necessarily reflect in the data extracted, right? They're pulling all of the apps and all the evidence, but the apps themselves and all of the data that they pulled is not showing everything that should be there because she deleted everything. Her and Chris. Oh, and again, what happened with Shanann's phone? Why on earth do we not have her actual phone logs? We don't have any of Shanann's phones or any of her text messages. Anything that we do have from her, it's not coming from her phone directly. It's coming from friends, right? And so what we're seeing is the text messages that she sent to them, not anything that Shanann sent herself. So that's another thing that is wrong with this discovery is that They didn't provide anything that belongs to Chris or Shanann. They only provided the phone logs that Nichol Kessinger sent in herself, mind you, right? These are the ones that she sent in herself. And then nothing else was provided for us. Everything else, we kind of just have to wonder, well, oh, what happened? What happened? Did it just poof, disappear, vanish into thin air? No, no, no. They knew what they were doing and they decided not to give any of that information to us, to the public. So insane. Crazy, isn't it? Right, guys, it is very interesting. These are all the things that we need to look into, right? This is what needs a deep dive, okay? Because this is crazy. It's crazy.
Never recovered any of Nicole's messages, her emails, or conversations that she deleted.
All right, let's go ahead and do a poll here. I want to ask you guys, what do we think? Do we think that they were talking on other apps? I know we've talked about this before. I know I've probably asked you guys, but I just want to see what you guys think still. All right, let's go ahead and check our last poll. Look at that, 80 votes. Why is NK crossing her arms in this manner? She's cold, 3%. She's self-soothing, 65%. She's getting comfortable, 3%. She's covering her scratches, 30%. Yeah, they should have subpoenaed her phone. All right, yeah, they should have looked into her more. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Really, Smart Survival. Thank you. Okay, guys. All right, let's go ahead and start this next poll. Okay. What other applications do we think that they were talking on? Because I think this is important. If we're going to go back and see and try and, obviously it's all speculation because we'll never be able to prove it unless the police gives us that information. We can speculate on where they were discussing these plans. Okay, which other apps? So the question is going to be, which other apps were they communicating on? Oh my goodness, why am I? Okay, there we go. Okay, what do we have? We have WhatsApp, right? So there's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is one of those, or maybe, God, what's the other one? Google something. Are you able to communicate on Google? What is it? Google phone or Google whatever and delete the evidence? I don't know. Again, I don't know. All right, WhatsApp is one of them. Snapchat. Snapchat. What about? Do you guys know? I'm a boomer, and sometimes when it comes to certain platforms, I don't know how to use them. Oh, thank you. Oh, Smart Survival. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Telegram. Yes, Telegram. What about Facebook? Are you, again, please let me know. Are you able to communicate with each other on Facebook, right? And then delete it? Because remember, Nichol Kessinger deleted her Facebook, and then she also asked Chris to delete his and to send in an email to really delete it. So I'm thinking they were probably also talking on Facebook, which I think would prove that she was lying. She was lying about not seeing any of Shanann's posts on Facebook if she was talking to him on Facebook. Exactly, Facebook Messenger. What do we think? Oh my God. I think it's definitely, it's possible, you guys. It's so possible. Yes, you can delete Facebook messages and they won't pop up, right? Because, okay. And then there's also Telegram. Okay. Oh my God. You think they Facebook messaged too? See, I never even, I did not consider this until now, especially with how crazy Nichol Kessinger was about getting Chris to delete his Facebook, right? If she's getting him to delete his Facebook, oh, delete this, delete that, you need to email. I think it's because she probably knows that her messages are in Facebook Messenger and she wants that gone because then it's going to prove that she lied. Wow. All right, guys, let's go ahead. You know what? It might be all the above. See, that's the thing. Okay, here. I'm going to combine some of them, and then I'm going to do all the above for the other question. Oh my God, this is so crazy, you guys. Again, we always learn something new. Okay. Okay, you guys let me know. Let me know. NK said that she didn't have Facebook, but who knows if that's true? Exactly. We don't know. She lies all the time. Yes, VoIP. The Google phone number disappeared. My hubby was a cheater, so I learned a lot of these sleazeballs. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Ella Woman, but oh goodness. Yeah, he is a sleazeball. Glad you found out, though. Glad you caught him. See, the thing is that there's also this entire Facebook page called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" I don't know. Is there another one for women? Is there one? Are we dating the same gal? It's so crazy. It's crazy what people do, to cheat. It's just be faithful. And if you don't want to be in a relationship anymore, then leave. Leave. Stop dragging it on like that. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the super chat. Mai Tai, thank you so much. Aw, thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. The correct answer is all the above. Yep. I thought she posted on Facebook about Shanann missing. Definitely not. No. Definitely not. It was not Nichol who posted. Someone else did, though, and she found it. Now, how did she find it? That's the question. How did she find it? They have special devices and programs to recover deleted. Yeah, when you delete something off your laptop, you just release that memory to the overwritten, and even there you have programs to recover. Yep. She also told Charlotte and Danielle to delete texts. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, let's continue.
In fact, during the same period of time that Nichol was being interviewed, Trent Bolt was also being asked questions about his alleged connection to Chris Watts. And when law enforcement determined that his story was not credible, they threatened him with jail time for lying to them. So again, I have a very simple question. Why did the DA publicly admit that Nichol committed a crime when she deleted evidence, that she hampered their investigation, and then failed to prosecute her for it? It almost seems as though they had some kind of agreement in place, doesn't it?
So let's just start with like a timeline of your getting to know Chris, how you guys met, where you met, all those things. And let's just run. And I'm not going to ask you specific questions unless I think it's necessary. I'll let you just tell me your story. I think it's a little bit easier that way. So I just want to know how you met him, where you met him, how long you guys were.
See, Kevin is already messing up here. He's like, can you give me a timeline of when you met Chris, when you started talking to him, when you noticed him? But I'm not going to ask you anything specific or anything. I'm not really asking for all that much, but so he asked the question, he set himself as an authority and then backtracks, right? He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the police officer and I want you to tell me everything that you know about Chris, but also please don't hit me." Oh, come on. Why is he doing this? Oh my God, I cannot stand Kevin. Right? Do we need to watch that again? Right? He does the whole thing. Oh, I'm going to ask you this and then backtracks like a wuss.
A timeline of your getting to know Chris, how you guys met, where you met, all those things. And let's just run. And I'm not going to ask you specific questions unless I think it's necessary. I'll let you just tell me your story. I think it's a little bit easier that way. So I just want to know how you met him, where you met him, how long you guys were dating, and those kind of things initially.
Okay.
Wow. And then let's hear her response.
I think I met him sometime in June, probably early June. It might have been May. It was just.
I think I met him in June, probably June, might have been May. So we're already starting off on the wrong foot, right? What did Kevin ask for? He asked for a timeline, and she's already not giving him that. She's already starting with a bunch of, I'm not really sure, kind of, maybe sort of. I think I probably met him in May, probably not, maybe June, maybe not June, possibly that other month. What is that one month that comes after September, but way before December, but then after September 5th? What is that month? I don't really know. She's going around in circles. She's already saying, I don't really remember. So maybe June, might have been May, right? So the timeline is already screwed up. Oh, goodness. She's an expert, you guys. She's an expert. I'm actually pretty envious at how good she is at doing this. She goes, well, actually, I don't. She's so good, isn't she? She's an expert. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
Just talking at work. It was pretty casual. And he did.
What is the next thing she says? We were just talking at work. It was pretty casual. Okay, so she doesn't remember when she met him, and then says we were talking at work, pretty casual. What does that mean? What does pretty casual mean? Definitely not what we saw in the emails, right? Those emails were nothing casual. I know I keep showing the same thing over and over again, but my goodness, we have to. We have to. We need to drive the point here, okay? It's all we're trying to do here. Driving the point that this is not casual. How is this casual? Okay, maybe the first one is, but not these. That is not a casual email, right? That is not a casual conversation. That is straight up flirting, right? She's flirting with this man. She's trying to get to know him more. All at the same time saying, oh, hold on, but I also want my distance, but not really. I want what you have with you, but hold on, not really. I need to respect myself, but also, do you want to come over? Do you want to play Twister? I have a game. Have you ever played Twister? 2 people, 3 people, your choice, but also, I respect myself. Which is it? Do you respect yourself or do you want to play Twister with the man? Do you respect yourself or do you agree and acknowledge that he's married and has a whole ass family and kids? Which is it? Okay? This is what I mean. We got to drive the point. Drive the point.
He didn't have a wedding ring on his finger. And every time I talked to him, he didn't tell me that he was in a relationship. He didn't even mention his kids right away either.
Lies. All lies, right? Oh, he wasn't wearing a wedding ring on his finger. Not part of the question. The question was not, oh, tell me when you met Chris and then also let me know if he was wearing a wedding ring. Yeah, tell me all the things that you are not trying to incriminate yourself about. But no, she gives that information willingly. She says, oh, he wasn't wearing a ring. And he also didn't tell me about his kids either. Okay, let's go ahead and prove that she lied. It's right here, right? It's not really all that hard. It's not all that hard. Again, we're driving the point here. Okay, look at this. Your wife and those cute little girls. And this was on June 12th. So she lied. Very clearly, obvious lie. Oh, he didn't tell me. Come on. Even if the man isn't wearing a wedding ring, he doesn't have to wear one. If he's showing you that he's clearly married, if he has his daughters on the screen of his phone, and then when you unlock it, his wife is there. There's really no need for him to wear a wedding ring. He doesn't even have to. He is working in the fields, for fuck's sake, right? If he's working in the fields, why on earth would he be wearing a wedding ring? You know, when I was in the Coast Guard, we were always told never wear your wedding rings. Don't wear anything on your wrists. Any type of jewelry on your hands have to be removed. Why? Because we're dealing with line, right? In the Coast Guard, you're dealing with line. You're pulling line, ropes. So you're dealing with ropes. You're pulling stuff in. You're tying humongous boats to the side, right? And so anytime that you're dealing with rope in the Coast Guard, yeah, the rope might get attached to your finger and it's going to pull on your ring. And my goodness, there have been several accidents that I've seen where a whole finger gets degloved, right? A finger gets degloved, or someone is wearing a watch and then it gets caught on something and then it gets pulled and the whole hand gets degloved. All you have is a skeleton hand. You're like, right? Just like the crypt keeper. Yeah, that's why they tell you not to wear those things. So just because he wasn't wearing a wedding ring doesn't mean he's not married. I mean, again, he's a field coordinator. He's out in the fields. He's dealing with pipes and tools and whatnot. Jimmy with a screwdriver. Who knows? He might stick his screwdriver in his finger and pop it right off. These are all the things that she needs to use her common sense, right? But again, it's not that she's stupid. Is that she's weaponizing her incompetence, right? She's pretending to be dumb. Ugh. But anyway, let's continue.
And then one day he told me that he had 2 kids. I was like, that's pretty cool. And started telling me about his kids.
That sounded like a sarcastic comment.
No, I thought it was kind of cute. I was like, oh, he's a dad. It was like right around Father's Day too. So whenever that is in June.
Now I want to address.
And then she says, no, I
thought it was kind of cute. I was like, oh, he's a dad. And it was right around Father's Day, whenever that is. When is that again? June? Oh, hi, Daddy. I love you. Happy Father's Day, right? When's Father's Day? How ridiculous, right? She goes and says that it was around Father's Day that this happened, and then asks, "Wait, hold on, when's Father's Day again? I don't remember." Oh, come on. Come on, lady. Do better. Okay, you can't go around saying, "Oh, it was around Father's Day," and then not remember when Father's Day was. Goodness gracious. Yeah, she doesn't know when Father's Day is. Exactly. Come on. Uh, same when you're working in the trades, same when I worked in the railway. Yeah, it's basically if you work anywhere where you're using your hands and there's like big equipment, right? Big machinery, you definitely need to remove everything. Wow. I know fan saying half my finger from ooh. Ooh, that sounds rough. Music. Goodness. But yeah, this is all so crazy. All right. And then she looks over at her dad. Look at her. She's like, "Oh, Daddy, I'm so sorry. I don't know when Father's Day is." And then, what is this, right? She backtracks. It's so crazy.
Something that continues to come up whenever I discuss the Watts case. Somewhere in the comments section, someone is going to ask, why are we relitigating an already thoroughly analyzed case? Now, I could bring up the Menendez brothers, Ted Bundy, or any other case that has been discussed ad nauseum by all of the true crime community. But I'd rather bring up the case of Joseph DeAngelo. You see, it was because...
All right, yeah, we talked about DeAngelo last time. Right. See, people always ask, why are you even talking about this case? It's been 8 years. Oh, yeah, because it's been 8 years and we still don't have answers. The length of time doesn't change the fact that the public wants answers. Jean Benet, right? That happened how many decades ago? We still want answers. I would still love to see that investigation reopened, right? There's so many other ones. Just because it's been a long time doesn't mean that we can't talk about it. This case especially, this case is so important because we believe that there's still someone out there that didn't serve time when they should have. They should have. 4 beautiful souls were taken from this earth. For what? For no reason. For no reason other than lust, selfishness, and narcissism, in my opinion. And we want answers. We want justice. This is not cool. If we're just going to allow all DAs to just hand out plea deals like Oprah, then we're never going to see justice. And this is why we keep talking about this case for everyone who keeps complaining about it, right? There's so many people complaining, like, oh my God, why are you still talking about this? That's been 8 years. Okay, let it be another 10. Let it be another 50. Who really cares? The thing is, there is no statute of limitations. That is the whole point of this. And so, yes, we're going to keep talking about it until we have answers, whether it's this DA or the new DA coming in, or even the next one if we have to wait. It's going to continue happening because the pressure has to be put on these people, and we have to see everything that they have. They have to release it to the public, right? We have those rights in Colorado, it looks like now, and we have those rights in this country to have that transparency with the public. So, again, I think it's crazy that Rourke was able to hide all of this from us for this long. We're going to continue, right? I'm going to continue making these videos, making these live streams, as well as other content creators, as well as HBO and Netflix until we get answers. But anyway, all right, guys. Yeah, the pressure is on. The pressure is on. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and end our last poll. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Which other apps were they communicating on? All right. So you guys said all the above. Look at that. 67% of you said all of the above. Oh my. All right. Let's go ahead and bring this up. I just want to show it to everybody on the screen. Look at that. All the above, 67%. WhatsApp, 19%. Snapchat and Telegram, 8%. Oh, and Facebook Messenger, really? Okay, so I think for the most part, we think that they were using all of them, right? So all of them, maybe all the above, but the most that they used was what? WhatsApp? Is that what we think? So if they didn't use all the above, they used WhatsApp.
Okay. See, I need to get myself familiar with WhatsApp. I've never used that app. I just want to see what it looks like, you know? I'm familiarizing myself with all of this stuff just to be able to recreate a lot of what Nicole Kessinger and Chris Watts did together during the summer. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys joining today's live stream. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all of your opinions, your thoughts, your knowledge. Thank you guys. Angela, thank you so much. Kitty, thank you so much. Jessica, thank you so much for the super chat. Ava Gore, thank you. Thank you so much. Jessica, thank you so much again. Jessica, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Smart Survival, thank you. Jessica, thank you so much. Mai Tai, thank you so much. And Eric Isa, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. You're all so sweet and so kind and so generous. I appreciate you, all you guys that support my channel. Lucky, thank you so much. Julie, Angela, Tiger, Soily Blue, thank you so much. Nancy, Angela, V-Bug, thank you guys so much. Loving Lola Forever, thank you. Angela, thank you. Joni, Tiger, Angela, Tiger, Jen. Right, this is becoming a song. Angela, Tiger, Jen, Angela, Sherry, Soily Blue, Elizabeth, Rodriguez. See, this is my ADHD, you guys. I can make anything into a song. Man, this is why I tell you that I'm crazy. All right, when I tell you that we're all gonna end up in the asylum together, is because my ADHD gets insane sometimes. Angela, thank you so much. Elizabeth, Joni, Soily Blue, El- and Angela, thank you. Okay, thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. I know I'm a little crazy. Oh, I love you guys so much. Yeah, I love you guys too. I Ramon. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining today's live stream. I just want to thank my moderators. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do for keeping the community safe for everybody, welcoming for everybody. And of course, I want to thank my members as well and my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you show on my channel. And of course, I also want to thank my Patreon supporters. I would not be able to be making the documentary that we're making without your support. And of course, also my Venmo supporters. Thank you guys so much for your donations. I really appreciate you all. You're all so generous, and I appreciate each and every one of you for that. So thank you guys so much. If you like this live stream, please go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, hype, all of the good stuff. Thank you guys so much. Take care, guys. And yeah, have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next time. Today's Friday, right? Yeah. We have a very big project this weekend. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna be definitely just out of commission all tomorrow. Not commission, but I'm gonna be out doing some stuff. So thank you guys so much. I will see you all on Sunday. And if you do want to hang out and talk about other things, Rabbit Hole Rocks Live, my other channel, please go ahead and check it out. Because YouTube has changed its monetization rules, the pressure is on. The pressure is on. So the pressure is on to try and reach 1,000 subscribers on the other channel as well. So that's going to be the next goal here. But if you guys want to hang out, please go ahead and hang out on my other channel. We really just have fun. We talk about random things. Sometimes we do have, some things that we are talking about, like a topic. But sometimes it's just all fun, right? It's whatever flows our boat, right? Or whatever happens. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.